Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again today. And in this video, we've got something a little bit different. I am a man who does enjoy the spices of life, that being different things from time to time. And I decided that with some of the raid content that I've been doing, I kind of wanted to let it breathe for a little bit. My last video doing the whole like monthly update on the free to play. A part of me was like, man, while I enjoyed playing raid, when it comes to making content, that's a whole different story for me because I'm just not the kind of guy who likes to do the same stuff over and over again for my own personal channel, right? I started thinking, I could do, a guide video on how to do gear enhancement events easily. I could do all sorts of videos kind of covering the same stuff over and over again, but that's just not really what my heart's in. And the thing about my YouTube channel is I've always looked at my YouTube channel more or less as just a place for me to experiment and have fun with. And I never really looked at it as like a business model where I need to get a certain amount of subscribers, get a certain amount of views, what's doing well in the algorithm. So because I unironically do like gacha games, I feel like I've said before that, growing up as a kid, Pokemon kind of infected my brain where I have this obsession with team building and creature collecting and all that stuff. And as an adult now, it's shifted over from Pokemon to gacha games. So I recently was watching a video from Ash, and it was a couple days old at the time, but he had a link code, and him and Scratch were talking about Dragonheir. And I remember when this game first came out, I had thought about trying it, but didn't. So I figured now apparently they're going through an overhaul. They're making the game so much better for new players and existing players. They're giving a bunch of free stuff away. And so I decided, you know what? Why not try it and make a video on kind of my first impressions and what I think about the game. So here we are. After a long-winded introduction, let us get right into it and see what does Dragonheir have on offer that you might not be getting from raid. All right, so right off the bat, there's a character creator. We got the dwarf, half elves, lizard folk, Highlander. Interesting. I don't know how important this is. Let's see. This guy, we got Constitution, Strength. I do play Dungeons and Dragons, so actually a lot of these just kind of inherently make sense to me. So maybe, I don't know, do we get to customize our character? One thing I will say right off the bat is the graphical fidelity of this game is quite good. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who can be won over by graphics because at the end of the day, you can put makeup on a turd and it's still a turd. But I give credit where credit is due. I really do like, even the hair quality on some of these characters. I wonder if I'll get to change my character around. I don't know. Let's go lizard folk. I've always thought lizard people were pretty cool. All right, so we can do a little bit of character customization. Ooh, I like that. That's a nice purple. Crown of feathers, spiky head. Sure. So not a ton of character customization options, but a good amount. Not a terrible amount. Now, I guess the next question I would have is, are we stuck as a woman? Are there no male lizard folk options? Maybe not. Maybe you're kind of stuck to like whatever the preset generation is. And I've always found that this is something that only I think I could think of, is I always wonder why some fantasy media gives it gives women or female lizard folk breasts. That might seem like a weird thing to think about, but sometimes I do think about that because, well, if you know the purpose of them, you know, never mind, guys, never mind, whatever. That's purely a me thing, I think. But we'll stick with lizard folk. I'm kind of torn. I kind of like this. It has the kind of like almost like a Middle Eastern aesthetic with the silks and stuff like that, and I do thoroughly enjoy that, actually. Let's go with white and purple. Solid. And then we'll get a nice big, is that a scroll on our back? Let's get a scroll on our back. And then finally, the name of our traveler. Let's go Titus. Oh, let's just go Titus. Yeah, why not? We'll just go Titus. So, now our journey begins. Ooh, it's voice acted, guys. Okay, so we grab a guy, place him on the board, hit ready. I have seen, because there's kind of the auto battler style. Obviously, this is an auto battler style. I have seen more of the auto battle styles of like raid where you just kind of put 5 in a line. So I wonder if there is more going on with this chessboard or whatever. Spend magic chess coins to acquire new heroes. But the weird thing is that you do pull champions on in this game, right? So I'm very confused as to what this is. Obtaining duplicate heroes increases their star level. Ooh. Increase to unlock new skills. Okay, so there is... Wait, I wanted to read this. I want to read this, though. God, I hate tutorial stuff in the way that it's so hand-holdy that I can't even immediately just kind of look over... so like he's got 2 skills that I have unlocked as I understand it, right? And then this one unlocks that 3rd star. But why can't I just read this real fast? Whatever, fine. I'll click the button that the game wants me to click. I will say in the beginning, it does kind of remind me of Teamfight Tactics, right? But I have to imagine, all right, so he has like a frost aura. Which is interesting because games like this, and I have played a couple of games like this I think even on the channel, although I don't know if I played them on the channel and I just never uploaded the videos, or maybe they're somewhere in the archive. There was I think it was Watcher of Realms. Is that it? The one that has a similar combat style to this, where you kind of place characters down on a board. And they do interesting things, like they have AoEs and stuff, but the problem that I always found with those is that sometimes the AI is just really bad, like really badly programmed. And so sometimes the AoE, you're not, I remember in Watcher of Realms, I had a character as like a lion guy, and he would do like an AoE around him. And more than on one occasion, I would fail waves just because he would just like stand there, just stand still, just, like he wasn't getting paid enough. And yeah, he would just waste his his ultimate ability was the spinny thing. So, Ooh, I have a range here. Okay, so I can place him anywhere on the board that I'd like. So I could put him, could I put him here? Nope. I could put him here, put him here. Obviously a ranged character we're gonna want to have, but maybe we put him like right behind our front line. Right? And then if I click on him, okay, now we can actually check over his skills. So this is a passive, then he has 1 active skill. Okay. Deals cold damage to an enemy, accuracy up 1, lasts 8 seconds. And I'm assuming that basically just gives himself an accuracy buff. Does a little bit of cold damage, and when an enemy afflicted with frost dies, the hero gains 40% attack up. Right, and this guy, for 10 seconds after being cast, deals cold damage to nearby enemies every 1 second with a 100% chance of afflicting frost. And then deals cold damage to an enemy. If the target is afflicted with frost, the hero has... Okay, so he channels his passive. Right, so he channels his passive. It has 100% of afflicting frost. Whenever he A1s, or his basic skill, whatever that is, whenever he does that, he gets to freeze someone who is frozen. And of course, our backliner, whenever someone dies who is frozen or who has frost, he gets more attack. And it looks like we just have attack, defense, HP, enlightenment. I don't know what that is. Crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, resistance, attack interval. So I'm assuming that's like attack speed, like how often he attacks. And then skill hastes, I have to assume is just like the cooldown rate of abilities. Yeah. So far, everything kind of making sense. Prepare for battle. Right, so then we saw there he got the attack up buff. Nice. Increasing the population cap allows you to deploy more heroes. Okay, so this feels more of like a auto chess and less of like a I guess your standard gacha game, right? All right, so we can have 3 heroes now. So now we have Wilt. Multiple different heroes can trigger schools and bonds. So schools and bonds, I imagine, is like how these guys synergize with Frost. Right. Tap to view the bond effects. Oh, okay. Planeswalker. All 3 of them are Frost. So increase all allies crit rate and crit. Okay. This is literally kind of like this is basically teamfight tactics and auto chess. And I forget which was the first one I'd ever played, but it was kind of the one based off of Dota. I remember playing that one. Right. So this is literally auto chess. Interesting. I do enjoy auto chess. I don't love auto chess, but I do enjoy it every once in a while. So this guy, I imagine, is also a... When the hero successfully inflicts frost on enemies, recharges ultimate energy by 10%. And then here we have fires 3 ice lances at the enemy. Each lance deals cold damage and has a chance of inflicting frost. Enemies not under frost. Okay, so he's the guy who's bringing our frost, right? And so we're going to put him here. We're going to put him here. And we got our frontliner. Boom, ready to go. Yeah, this is just auto chess, right? Like this is just straight up auto chess. Which, like I said, I don't dislike auto chess. I don't love it. You know, there was definitely a huge crowd of people who got super into teamfight tactics.
You beat me in the very first round. Traveler, you are
it doesn't make sense though, because he did call this magic chess, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have been listening. He literally called this magic chess. So it makes sense that it is auto chess. It's just auto chess.
Just put them all together? A few more games for you, I bet. And you might even be a member of the Magic.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so we are a tactical adventure. Now this is interesting because this has just thrown us right into the game. And I have to imagine there has to be like a home screen. Has to be a lot of things, right? Like there has to be. And the thing is, when Dragonheir first came out, I thought it was like a RP, almost like an open world RPG game.
You will encounter a more powerful deck this round. What generally speaking, the higher a chess piece is ranked, nonetheless. The first rule you should remember: so long as you are breathing, there will always be a chance to turn the tables. Exactly like adventure.
Then I will try to persevere. All right, cool. We got hearts represent HP if it drops below. And then obviously we have a legendary and 2 epics. Right. So we'll put him back here so that he doesn't get attacked immediately. And then what? Oh yeah, that redraws, right? If I hit that. Okay, we have. Sure, why not? We'll grab her as well. Pretty sure she's some kind of marks an ally for 6 seconds. Okay, so she will go behind him. I don't know. Hiya! Look at that. Easy game, right? We're already the best at this. Okay. So now we can spend 5 to increase this. We could spend another 5. And really, maybe we will. Okay, so we do want a frontliner, right? And then we're gonna put him here and we're gonna put her back here, right? Because you always want your supports in the back. Basic attacks, so that's a chance for us. Nice will bounces, and then she has a battle skill, and this will. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, oh yeah, and then we can roll one more time. Okay, so I actually think I'm gonna grab this guy, and the reason being, Hokadir, and that's because apparently with the link code that I got from Mr. Ash, apparently our account gets this guy for free. So I would like to actually see what he does in battle to start off, right? So we'll go ahead and we will place him there. So we'll kind of do a split here. Well, and then we'll have our range right behind them and the support behind that person. And let's do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easy game. Wait, was that it? No. Okay. Right. So we have 29, so we'll go ahead and raise it up. So we already have Lasenia and we already have Olgan. And we are at the point where we're almost 5 here and 2 here. So maybe we get Vidimir. And this guy's going to want to be in the back. And what do you do? When an enemy dies, inflicts much strength, can attack up. And Icicle deals cold damage to enemies within range for a 75% chance of inflicting frost. Okay, so maybe then I want to put him here and I'll put her here, I guess, right? Because if I'm reading that correctly, it fires out and then breaks across like this. I don't know. Guess we'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Cool. I think I'm doing this right. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That's one thing that I don't like about these games is that they start to have so many moving parts, especially like champion placement is so important, and it's so hard sometimes to get the feedback that you need to know whether or not you placed your champions in the right spot. So let's go ahead and draw some new cards. Okay, we have another archer, or we could upgrade this dude, right? Because that's what that'll do. That'll upgrade him 2 stars. Yeah. Maybe we'll pull one more and we'll upgrade him as well. We'll pull one more. And we are 5 of 6, and we can get the archer bonus. We don't really need the frost bonus, but we do need the archer bonus. So let's grab the archer bonus. And I'm imagining So is this just always, that's the thing that I'm not understanding. When I look at this board, does that just mean that she hits whatever is 2 squares in front of her? So, you know, there would be 1, 2, 3, right? So it would hit this guy, but if he's not standing there, will she position or will it just waste her turn? I don't know. I just don't know. You know what? We'll go ahead and upgrade one more time. And you know what? Let's bring this guy to 3 stars. Hell yes. Hell yes. And so now we'll maybe do a setup like this. 2 columns, DPSs, supports behind them. Wow, we absolutely crushed that wave. Crushed it. Crushed it. But now, all right, now we actually don't need, so let's go ahead and level this guy up. Let's spend a couple of turns leveling our people up, huh? Because we don't need, well, she gets like a fancy dancy thing, right? And what do? Changes the weather to ice wind for 15 seconds while ice wind is in effect, and when enemies are inflicted with frost, deal addition of derivative cold damage generated by the specific gains an enlightenment bonus but cannot trigger crit. Yeah, I got no idea what that means. Enemies with HP below 15% will be executed. Nice. Boss units are immune to the execution but will receive an additional derivative cold damage. So this is like a dot, like a damage over time effect. And she just sprays everything in front of her. So actually keeping her in the middle actually makes the most sense. But maybe placing her, no, let's place her right there. Yeah. Yes. Yes. All right. What else do we want to do? Oh yeah, let's roll a couple of times just to see if we can upgrade some people some more. Okay, so he's that might be fully upgraded. I'm not 100% sure. But I think we've got a solid team now. We just want to go ahead and level them up.
Wait, hold on. Another win? Well said. The Traveler, please allow me to offer you the first present on behalf of the Magic
I do
Chess
like
Association.
presents.
The knack,
I
by
do
action, is
like
not a guarantee of
presents.
victory.
It's not a guarantee, but it does help you stay longer in the game. Path of Magic Chess is long. The more you play, the more integrated
The more
it'll become. Okay, well, we just got a ton of stuff and we just had a bunch of champions fly across our screen. So I'm assuming we got those champions. But it looks like we're getting some free stuff. So we got gems or worm marrow, a gemstone coagulate from the buried marrow of dragon gods, according to the legend. All right, so maybe free to play resource, another free to play resource, soul fragment legendary 1. Consume 50 soul fragments. Legendary 1 to get 1 random legendary hero from the soul fragment legendary pool. Cool. There's quite a few of them here. Okay, sure. In tactical adventure and strategy challenge, travelers max HP +1. Okay. Path of the Magic Chess ends in 52 days and 10 hours. And this is, okay, so this is basically like, I guess like a battle pass, right? And then eventually all you're getting is just the gems. I don't know what the gems are used for, but it is strange to me that like, there is no, I don't know if we're still stuck in the tutorial because I don't see any like main menu. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to try and get through some of these stages to see if I can actually get to a main menu where, you know, inventory, champions, all that stuff are kind of just laid out in front of me. All right, guys. Well, we finally got through, I guess, what was the tutorial, because this is what I recall seeing is this kind of camp area. And so I guess we just had to get through the tutorial a little bit to get here. So before starting a tavern gamut, let's try summoning heroes with die. Okay, so this is the hero summoning. This is the hero summoning portal, I guess, right? So like raid. All right, sure. Let's customize exclusive dice roll command. Summon a legend. Summoning a triggers a server-wide chat announcement. All right, there you go. We devoutly win a prize. So let's go ahead and roll. And I guess so. Dice are what you use to summon characters. Oh, what an animation!
In that precious
all right, we got Hexandra.
I saw so much more.
Okay. Enlightenment Aura increases all allies' enlightenment by 24 in all battles. What's this? Oh, okay. So that just quickly gets us through the whatcha madoodle. All right, what else we got? Venom Fang Dench. So this guy, I guess, is our last deck that we got for free, I guess, was Frost. So this guy is poison synergies. Fair enough. This guy is lightning. Deploying of lightning or oh, okay. So yeah, there seems to be there's a lot going on under the hood that I have no idea what's going on. Attributes, talents, coin. We got Undead Warrior Fits, Necrosis. So maybe like a dark. Deploying a certain number of ice or necrosis heroes. Okay, so ice necrosis. So necrosis is kind of like the dark faction. We got fireman, honest man, Bronwyn. Okay, these are all rares, so I'm probably not. I shouldn't be super hype over them, because if the rares are anything like they are in raid, then it's like, that's cool, I guess. So another poison hero. So it looks like fire and poison, ice and necrosis, and then like lightning and radiant. Those are like the three different pairs, right? So we got Bay Reach Soldier Hector, Defender Sigrid. We got quite a few poison people, right? We got homeboy over here, Dench with the stench. We got Fairywoman Notira, and we got Sigrid. So we've got 3 poison champions right off the bat. We got another poison champion here, Tribal Warrior Vethak. Okay. And we got Ironblade Zadie, who is a fire. Is it weird that I would have assumed that fire, or that the rat person would have been poison? I don't know, maybe that's just me. So fire or poison heroes can trigger the elemental. Okay, so you can kind of, so fire and poison together kind of like does its thing, right? So all right, that was our first 10 summons, guys. Exciting stuff. Now, from what I understand, so she will be available on 4/13 March. Marsh Venom summons, right? Queen of the Swamp, Rata.
So amusing.
Poison debuff inflictor that deals poison damage, inflicting debuff on enemy, something that recharge and dispels allied debuffs. Okay, sure. Legendary hero, 70 summons away from a guaranteed legendary hero. If no legendary hero is within the 70th summon, guarantees a legendary hit. If no epic is summoned within the 10th summon, guarantees counter limited time event summon. Accumulate 300 summons during the event to obtain the R legendary Queen of the Swamp Rata. Okay, so we can get 300 summons here. And then the Heliolite summons, which are these. I don't know what that means. Radiant Wing. She gives a bunch of that. I don't know. I will say one of the things I hate about these games is that their summoning mechanics are so involved. And while raid can be pretty bad when it comes to like having to summon 200-300 times to get a legendary that might suck, at least you kind of know, like, you know what I mean? It's very basic. This is like, maybe it's just because I don't understand it. I don't know. It might be because I don't understand it. It just feels like I'm looking at a lot right off the bat with like 3 different types of summons. I mean, again, these could be like ancient shards, sacred shards, whatever, right? So I might not know it. I might not even know what I'm talking about, and I might just be talking out the side of my neck. That is completely possible. Congratulations on taking a new hero, Hokadir. Which I will say, he was really, really good. We just like 6-starred him every single game, and he just hard carried. So jump into the Magic Chest mode, enter the Tavern Gambit. So we're going to edit the deck. And of course, we're going to take this guy out for him. Save deck and start matching. Oh, is this like is Tavern Gambit like a PvP mode? Damn, they're already trying to throw you into PvP. It looks like it is. I don't know. Let's try to get one more person out here. Reed Moonfist, Beery Folkor. I mean, to be fair, these might actually just be bots because none of them look like names that actual players would come up with, right? This seems to be like the PvP mode.
Everything is under control.
And we are going to lose, it looks like.
Everything is under control.
Yeah, we are just losing. Okay. Treasure jobs, crit rates, HP, and defense. Let's go defense. All right, let's try this. Let's try this setup right here, huh? We haven't gotten our legendary guy yet, so I don't know.
Everything is under control.
All right, we absolutely smoked that guy, but he lost last round. So here we go. Here we go. But we actually do need him to not be. Let's go ahead and level this guy up. All right, we are out of coins. So did not get the legendary guy right off the bat, which kind of sucks because he's the one that's been hard carrying. But all right, so who are we facing? This person, they've got their 5 already, and it looks like they've got a couple of them leveled up 2 as well. And this is the person that we are facing, so I guess it's time to see how that goes. Looks like it's going pretty good. All right, yeah, not bad. All allied units get immediately gains 10 magic chests. Damage dealt ignores the target's shields and defense. Yeah, let's go with that one. We're gonna make this guy our big old nuker. All right, do we want another how close are we to the magic? We're kind of far away, but maybe we'll try it. Maybe we'll try it. Okay. This guy is it takes 15. Oh no. All right, roll. Sure. All right, we got the rematch of the century with Reed Moonfist. This guy absolutely smoked us in the first round. But this time it looks like we are just too strong, guys. We're too good at video games. We are the best around. Nobody's ever going to keep us down. We actually are. All right, so we 6-starred him. Sure. Sure. Yep. Absolutely. And then yeah, let's go with this guy here. Let's go with this guy here. Yeah, all right. Attack HP buffs gained by all allied units have their duration increased by 1 second. Preparation automatically equipped by those will have the highest HP. Let's go ahead and use this. Just make our guy as tanky as humanly possible. You know what I mean? Like, just make him massive. Now, we actually can get 4-star sorcerers. Or 4 sorcerers, right? So I think we do that, right? Because we already have him 6-starred. We have him 6-starred. So why not, right? You know, get that 4-piece set bonus going. And yeah, this guy is just so tanky. It just doesn't matter. He's just too tanky. Too tanky. All right, now we're just looking for upgrades. I don't really love any of those. Sure. 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 Having like a super tanky front line. Who would put him like that and that, right? Yeah, that looks good. I like that. All right, and that's it. That's the best we can do. We got 4 characters fully maxed out, and I don't think that this bot is going to be able to stop us. So nice. Nice. Okay, pretty typical like auto chess after action screen. So yeah, makes sense. The gambit. All right, we have done the gambit thing. And then there's just so many little, like, I don't know what I should be clicking on. There's the exclusive artifacts. Man, there's just stuff everywhere. My word. Available on Heroes Anthem. Great googly moogly. Heroes packs. Legendary hero option chest 1. Soul fragment. don't know. Do you need copies of a character to make the character stronger? Man, I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm grabbing this. Sure, this was this epic fragments. Okay. Did I just...
I wish I were brave.
Huh? Okay, that's pretty funny. I like that. Gladros the Craven. Shadow Companion. Sneaky Hand. Encircling Guard. Range for 10 seconds. Any ally under the shield gains debuff immunity during the shield duration. Okay. Sure. Today's offer. All right, these like, you know, dollar packs, stuff like that. Sure. Ooh, this is free. Well, I like free stuff. So, common currency on Adanthia. Sure. A precious dice used to summon heroes. You can use it to recruit mighty heroes of high rarity. Okay, so this is more for... Is this what they like? What other games like? What people call like banner pulls? Like when you're going for a guaranteed champion or whatever, the guaranteed character. I don't know. Become a creator. Ah, I see. So there is actually, so this is like, you can make your own creator content. Like I could make my own link. Although I think you have to be, I imagine you would have to put in a code or something, or they would have to allow it, right? Like they'd have to like sign off on you. Right. So Dragon Crystal offer, departure supply. Ah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This stuff right here, excuse me. This stuff right here, it tends to be a little overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. There's just so much stuff everywhere. And I have no idea, like that was just this, right? So if I click on this right here, is this like a whole different menu of... No, sort of. It just brings you to a different spot. So what's this? This is, are you sure when I exit, I'm gonna go to Midas buy? I don't know what that is, so I'm not clicking on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just not clicking on it. Exploration mode. Challenge. So these are the challenge quests. Complete Northern Tatalia, Southern Tatalia. Okay, so this is just like, what do these do? Holy Feather. During the Shadows Return event, use this item to draw from the limited time lottery. Light of Order. After the event ends, it can be converted into a course. Wisp. Ah, okay. So these are like event banners, right? These are the things that you work towards to get whatever the current event person is. And then this is what, a story mode of sorts? Oh my God, man. Enter a friend's invitation code to join them again, bond tasks, and reclaim exclusive rewards. Okay, so this is, you know, you get free stuff. Twitch drops, journey together, link Discord for monthly gifts, community exploration, and then account valuation. Appraise legacy characters to claim up to 15,000 worm marrow. Legacy account has not been appraised. Well, this is a new account, so I'm not gonna... Is this because they overhauled their game, right? And so people were like, oh, did I just lose out on everything I gave you? And they're like, no. You didn't lose out. Radiant Wings summons. So this is the banner person, right? And so is it like if you do 300 pulls, you just get Annalisis? She has no eyeballs. Yikes. Value packed. Purchase a value pack for generate. Oh, man, I don't know, guys. This is just so much, man. It is so much right off the bat to just have hit you. Because now I'm on a completely different screen that's got more stuff to buy. And that's how, okay. And then this is obviously going to open up windows and stuff. I'm not doing any of that. This is how you know. This is what I've noticed the difference between a lot of like, because I'm pretty sure Dragonheir is an Eastern developer. Eastern developers, I don't know if it's just because Eastern people have like more bandwidth in their brain to be able to handle all of these menus. This is too many menus, guys. This is way too many menus right off the bat. And all of them are like super, like every single menu has 70 menus inside of it. That is a lot to try and keep up with. I haven't even, right? Because I had this is your events. This, I imagine, this is the store. Okay. This is the hero summons. First blush summons ends after logging in, from effective only for this season. Okay, so we collect all, right? And then I imagine to get those, we need 800 worm marrow. It ends after logging in for 1 to 7 days, effective only for this season. And then this is 3,000 of whatever this is. Unclaimed rewards will be issued via mail after the event ends. So that would give us 50 more pulls for 3,000 of whatever resource that is. Right. So I'm so confused. So if we do 10 summons, which we don't have, but if we did do 10 summons, would this tracker move? And then, so if we do 50 summons, we get 5 back. If we, man, okay. I feel like I need a degree for this. This is actually our character stuff. Okay, so this is in-game news. Door. Events. Summon. Oh no, so this just opens up the entire menu. As opposed to, right, yeah. So this just opens up the entire menu. This is the celebration. Honor duel, celebration, treasure hunt. I don't know. I mean, the game, I like auto chess, so I mean, the game is fine. I really don't love games with these like so many, because here's the thing. In Raid, the funny thing is in Raid, the menus are boring, but they're utilitarian, right? You click the store button, you've got 4 tabs, and then everything overhead, you know, all the different packs you can buy. And you kind of understand, like, they're just packs to buy different resources, right? Whereas games like this, you know, they have a lot of different event tabs and a lot of different, like, I mean, this is a lot of tabs here. You know, some of this stuff, I don't know, maybe this makes sense to some people. Maybe this is just Raid brain not doing a one-to-one of like the first top-up Graham Student. So I don't even know what that means. But I get a champion, Nathaniel Nightwalker. You know, ticket stubs. This is just, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just very overwhelming to be hit with immediately, because you know, instinctually you want to press every button you can, right? And a lot of it is just, man, where's the game? Where's the button to play the game? Is it just Magic Chess? Because there was another thing with like your journey. Okay, complete that, upgrade a school mark to level 3 and legacy mark. Sure. Okay. And then I guess we'll upgrade. We'll upgrade again. Upgrade the third time. And then, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so maybe we just do this journey stuff. Maybe we should just focus on the journey stuff for now, right? Maybe we just focus on the journey stuff for now and we just ignore everything else, because I don't think we're going to spend any money in this game anytime soon. So maybe we just work on getting all of our free stuff. Yeah. So, you know what, guys, I think that's kind of where I'm going to end this video right now. We have been going for a while, but I really wanted to do like a full kind of like first hour, first impression. And my first impression is not bad. The gameplay itself, right? The gameplay itself is kind of fun. I like the magic chess, right? And then the Tavern Gambit, I'm assuming this is PvP. And then we have the Legacy Coffer. And there's just so much more stuff here. Okay. We're just going to ignore that for now. And we're just going to keep playing. We're just going to keep playing the game. And you know what? You guys let me know if you've been playing Dragonheir for a while and any of this stuff makes sense to you, especially as a free-to-play player. Let me know what I should try to focus on, because I imagine that I'm going to make a lot of mistakes here, because Raid, I know exactly how to run a free-to-play account. You know, you have to be very hands-off with your resources a lot of the time, stuff like this. In a game like this, where there's just so much stuff, it feels like so much stuff being thrown at you at once. I imagine people would really enjoy the complexity, but for someone like me, it's like, wow, there's just, and a lot of this is just shop menus, if we're being completely fair with ourselves. A lot of this is shop menus. So I'm not 100% sure that I'll stick with something like this, but I will say, at least in the beginning, the gameplay loop is good enough for me to at least want to invest a little more time into it to really get the meat and potatoes of what I'm kind of playing around with. So if you guys have been playing Dragonheir for a while, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what kind of teams you run, what kind of things I should be looking out for, the events. When am I going to get my 1,500 free pulls? Because I'll be honest, that was kind of the reason why when Scratch was talking about his 1,500 free pulls, I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Who doesn't like free stuff? You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, other than that, we're going to keep playing, and we'll probably do an update at some point, basically giving a thumbs up or thumbs down on the game when I feel like I've played enough of it to really decide whether or not I think it's worthwhile. A lot of times I don't think games you can really judge within the first hour. Some of them you can, but I think for a lot of games you can't just judge within the first hour whether or not they're worth your time. So anyway, guys, that's been all for me. If you like what you saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube stuff. It really means a lot to me and it helps grow the channel. But that's it for me. And so until next time, guys, I'll see you.